My new shirt. Trick or treat. Oh my God. I think I know this bloke. He don't look too well though, does he really? It's all that booze, you know. Because he's the one that goes into Betty Ford Centre for 2 months and comes out and has a drink. Next. Ah. Yes. Right, now this album was our first album. We'd done it for £600 it cost, and it took 8 hours. Yep, a bit unlike today's day and age, isn't it, where it takes months and years. Let's see what else we got here. No snakes or anything in, is there? Oh, fuck. Sun City. Yeah. Yeah. What else we got here? Well, I mean, you know.
Any comments about that?
What can you say, really? Can I have my ring back? So what else we got here? Last night, I think this was. It certainly looks like we looked last night. Jethro Tull, yes. I was with them for a short stay. Very, very short stay. They got rid of me. Probably a trap or something, you know. Ooh. We had an interest in the occult, and we always have ever since day one. Magic book. If you're into magic, I'm not going to say anything. I might have the papers onto me if we do. Sabbath, bloody Sabbath. All good stuff, you know. I've got this album as well. I think there's a willy in here. Oh, it's me. I wonder where that had gone. Look at that. As you noticed, it's gone. I found it now. See? Now you know. Probably a Durex or something. It's my ex-wife. And that's how I used to hold her like that. Yep, that's her. Oh, she looks different from the front. Good, isn't she? I think that's it. That's the little, I think that's the, oh, giant. Oh, I'll say that till later. Is it? Ozzy must have sent that, I suppose. Since he's now in the Betty Ford Centre, he doesn't need this sort of stuff. So, later. I think one of the most outrageous ones we've done was the one with Ian Gillan, which was for Trashed. There was a record called Trashed off the Born Again album. And we'd done one for that, and of course it got banned because it was... They wouldn't play it because it was too much...
Lewd and rude,
it was too... Yeah.
There was
1984, in the fall of 1984. And that's when I began a series of, tests, or kind of like looking at myself, in a sense of, okay, what the hell do I do now? Do I become the brain surgeon that I've always wanted to be, or shall I get a job doing Mickey Mouse at Disneyland? I knew that I didn't want to do band anymore. I didn't want to go and play drums in the band. It's like, oh, Bill Ward left Black Sabbath and now he's joined, I don't know, Terabolokov, the famous Russian band or something, I didn't want to do that.
Listen, my son, one thing I learned and I know it, farmers can open barbecues, love all you can, this precious thing called your own life, remember farmers can open barbecues.
I really had no interest in rock and roll, quite frankly. There's a lot of areas of rock and roll which I find incredibly distasteful, not enjoyable whatsoever. And I've gone through most spheres of rock and roll as I've been in it since I was a kid.
Like to meet somebody that has your mother's eyes and smile. Might you meet them? Don't throw them away. Don't hurt them.
What was your procedure? Did you set up a studio in your house and just start writing, or?
For myself, it'll either come out of a drum idea or it'll come out of a vocal idea, which is a vocal idea would be whatever, like there you go.
It's up to you, by being happy. And I say, I can't believe it. And I do believe there's hope for you.
I was a bit timid about asking any other bass player outside of the bass player that I'd always worked with, which was Geezer Butler from Black Sabbath. So I called Geezer and asked him if he would like to help with some sessions that I was working on. He agreed to. However, he could, for whatever reason, he couldn't show up. So from that point, Oz found out about it. I'd been in a fog for quite a while, in a world of abuse and whatever, and I wasn't really aware of who was the best, or who was a good bass player from 1986 or whatever, and I hadn't really heard anything, but I knew that Jack was a damn good bass player. So I called, we made contact. As a matter of fact, it took us nearly 9 months to find Jack Bruce. I figured that Jack would just say, piss off. Who the fuck are you? Piss off, Our guitarist, Keith Lynch, that's our main lead guitar player. And then I have another guy called Ruth Phillips, who is also a guitar player and a singer. And so those are my main collaborators.
Listen, my son.
It's one thing me liking it, it's another thing the manager liking it, or the producer liking it, or do they want to change me before I even get it out on tape, Because that's what happens a lot of the time, man. A guy will have an idea and then everybody will want to change it around before it even gets on tape, and fuck that. It's like, be what you are and, and just do it, man, That takes some doing sometimes, because a lot of musicians will let themselves be manipulated. And there's a difference between compromise and manipulation.
And make you happy. The things you do, it's up to you by being happy. And I say, I can't believe it. And I do believe there's hope for you.
the days were gone when, you know, oh, sure, I'm Bill Ward from Black Sabbath and I want a record deal. It's like, well, fuck you, buddy, you know, we don't give a shit, you know. You know, it's like start from scratch. That's what it's about. It's starting from scratch, man.